Hello guys, this is Teacher Anne and today we'll be looking at forming quadratic equations in two cases. The first case, you are given a pair of roots, that is two values of x, and in the second case it is a word problem where you are given a certain situation from which you are going to form the quadratic equation. Before we proceed, please like, share, comment and subscribe. So let us start. You are told, for each of the following given roots, obtain a corresponding equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we have a pair of roots here, 1 over 2 and 1 over 3. This means that we have x is equal to 1 over 2 and we have x is equal to 1 over 3. Now what are you going to do? This 1 over 2 is going to cross over to become negative 1 over 2, and this 1 over 3 is going to cross over to become negative 1 over 3, so that we have x minus 1 over 2 is equal to 0 and x minus 1 over 3 is equal to 0. So we are going to multiply the two expressions, that is x minus 1 over 2 by x minus 1 over 3 is equal to 0. Let us proceed. You will multiply this expression by this expression, and first we start with x. X multiplied by x. That will give us x squared, and then x multiplied by negative 1 over 3. That will give us minus 1 over 3 x. Next, you will take negative 1 over 2 by x. This will give us negative 1 over 2 x, and negative 1 over 2 by negative 1 over 3. This will be giving us positive 1 over 6 is equal to 0. Let us proceed. This means that you will have x squared minus 5 over 6x plus 1 over 6 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation formed. This is our answer. Let us proceed to the second question, still on forming quadratic equations given a pair of roots. This is what we have. Before we proceed, you can just pause and look at what we have done to make sure that you have understood the process. But if you have not understood the process, let us look at the next example. We have negative 3 and 5. This means that x is equal to negative 3 and x is equal to 5. Now remember the steps that we took in the first example. Negative 3 is going to cross over to become positive 3, and 5 is going to cross over to become negative 5, so that we have x plus 3 is equal to 0 and x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now let us multiply the two, so that we have x plus 3 by x minus 5 is equal to 0. You multiply this, you'll get x times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. 3 times x is positive 3x. And 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. This is equal to 0. If we reduce that, we will have x squared minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. and this is the required quadratic equation. Just take a moment to look at that. Before we get to the next example, we can pause the video. Okay, now let us proceed to question number 2. This is a word problem. A triangle ABC has a base of x plus 3 centimeters and a height of x centimeters. If its area is 5 squared centimeters, calculate the length of its base. So let us draw the triangle and then represent the information that we have. So this is the diagram that is representing our information. Remember how we calculate the area of a triangle? Area is equal to a half times base times height. Let us substitute our information. That is 5 is equal to a half times the base is x plus 3 times the height is x times x. Let us work that out. You will have 5 is equal to a half into x squared plus 3x. We'll multiply both sides by the reciprocal of a half, that is by 2 over 1 by 2 over 1. Then this is what we will have. 10 is equal to x squared plus 3x. Now let us write that in the form of a quadratic equation. You will have x squared plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So yes, we have formed the quadratic equation, but we're supposed to be looking for the length of the triangle, the base of the triangle. So we are going to have to solve the quadratic equation. So you have to find a number such that the sum is 3 and the product is negative 10. So if we look at that, you're going to have negative 2 and positive 5. If you do not know how to do this, you can go to my past videos on quadratic equations and expressions, and you will see how you'll be able to find these two values. So then you will write x squared minus 2x plus 5x minus 10 is equal to 0. Then we solve that, factorizing it. X into x minus 2 plus 5 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. So here you will have x plus 5 is equal to 0 and x minus 2 is equal to 0, meaning that x can be 5 or x can be negative, here x is going to be negative 5 because positive 5 is going to cross over, and x will be 2 because negative 2 is going to cross over. Now let us find the base x plus 3. So x plus 3 will be negative 5 plus 3, which is negative 2. But that is not possible to have a negative as a length. So you will take x is equal to 2, so that you will have 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Therefore, the base is 5 centimeters. And the height, of course, is 2 centimeters. Now let us go to the last example. The square of a number is 4 more than 3 times the number. Find the number. So our unknown here is going to be x. Let the number be x. let x be the number. Let x be the number so that the square of x is x squared. Now x squared is 4 more. This means if you take 4 plus 3 times the number, that is 3 times x, which is 3x. If you take 4 plus 3x, you're going to get x squared. Now from that, I hope we can all see that we can get, or we can come up with the quadratic equation from this information. That will be x squared minus 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now let us proceed to find the number x. This means that we have to factorize it. And before we factorize, we find a number such that if you multiply them, you will get -4. And if you add them, you will get -3. These numbers are going to be -4 and 1. If you take -4 plus 1, you will get -3. And if you take -4 times 1, you will get -4. So let us expand that. X squared minus 4x plus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now let us factorize that. You will have x into x minus 4 plus 1 into x minus 4 is equal to 0. This means that if you take x plus 1 and x minus 4, this is going to be 0. So x plus 1 is equal to 0. This means that x is going to be -1. And if you take x minus 4 is equal to 0, then this means that x is going to be +4. So this means that our value is going to be, the number x is either -1 or the number x is going to be 4. Let us do something fun and try to see if our values are correct. Remember, x squared is supposed to be equal to 4 plus 3x. So let us see if this is true for the first case. X squared, that is -1 squared, is equal to 4 plus 3 times -1. Now what is -1 squared? That is 1 is equal to, what is 4? There we have 4 there, plus 3 times -1 is -3. So this is true. And the second part, because 4 plus this plus and this minus is going to give us a negative, so that you have 4 minus 3, which is 1. The second one, for x is equal to 4. For x is equal to 4, that will be 4 squared is equal to 4 plus 3 times 4. So what is 3 times 4? 12 plus 4 is equal to, what is 4 squared? 16. So this is also true because 4 plus 12 is 16. Therefore, our answers are correct. If you have any example you would like us to discuss, please share them in the comment section. So today, this is what we have done. We have looked at forming quadratic equations given different situations. This is what we have. You can screenshot, pause and screenshot anything that you need.